What's up, everybody? Dead Girl here. With me today is JD.
What's up, guys?
We're here at Universal Studios in Orlando because they're starting to do construction for Halloween Horror Nights. Not sure exactly what we'll get to see. The event is 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
So we're excited. We're doing the premium Scream Night. We're also doing Rush of Fear as usual. So we're gonna wander around, see what we can see, and we're gonna take you guys with us. Come on. In just a few weeks, this archway right here will be all decked out for Halloween Horror Nights. We'll have the signs up for all of the houses. Florida's getting ready. I'm ready. I've been ready. Let's face it, I've been ready since HHN ended last time. A couple weeks, this whole area is going to be jam-packed with people waiting to get in to Halloween Horror Nights. It is a madhouse. If you like a little tip from me, I know a lot of folks say do stay and scream. Wait until the event is started, like maybe 20, 30 minutes after, and let this place kind of clear out a bit, because waiting in people soup is no fun for anyone. But we're gonna go through the turnstile and we're gonna take you around the park. The speculation map is out, so that's what we're gonna be going by today. Universal has not released their mapping yet. So let's walk around, talk about HHN. As soon as you go through security and you come down the main street here, we're greeted by our first piece of Horror Nights, and this is for our first scare zone. It's going to be down that little Minions area right over here, and this one is called Origins of Horror. Tell us a little bit about this one, JD.
So the Origins of Horror, it says, enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more. Now, fun fact, the crows were actually inspired by the crows over in Hollywood, and Universal loved them so much over in Hollywood, they thought they'd go ahead and bring some crows to us.
That's pretty cool. Look at you coming in with the fun facts.
Watch a lot of podcasts.
JD knows way more about things than he lets on, just so we're clear. We're here, we're gonna check out, flip this back. Here we are.
Ooh, scenic.
The little gates to get in. Beautiful. And we're gonna continue on down this way. Now, sticking with typical Horror Nights fashion, when you come down this way, there's usually about 5 houses all in this row.
Really quick, something I noticed behind us on that booth that's sitting over there, the Jaws Sipper. So as of today, August 2nd, the Jaws Sipper is back at the main store, Universal store, when you first come into the left.
Nice! So for those of you that missed it, make sure that you grabbed one. I got a couple. Now they do have signs telling people not to climb on things because, let's face it, that's what people do. So typically, when you're coming in for Horror Nights, this area down here is there's usually an entrance to a house. Some more little scenic action happening for you right over here. Now the house that's rumored to be down this way, I'm not sure if you're gonna actually come in this way or not, because Rip Ride Rocket is no more. They're gonna be replacing that. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna have us going in through the stages back in this area here, because typically there's a sign right here. But this one is supposed to be the Horrors of the Wyatt Six. Now this is the WWE house that they've done this year. Now this one, you're gonna go head to head with the Wyatt Six as they lure you through the ominous doorway to their shadowy realm. You're about to meet your match. I need them to have like a random wrestling ring set up and then wrestling matches happening, because that would be pretty awesome. They're not gonna do it, but that would be pretty cool. So,
not sure if they're gonna put it here or down the next walkway, but somewhere right around here will be the entrance. There's also going to be Five Nights at Freddys this year. It's a fan favorite. People have been asking for it for years, and it's finally officially on the map as of last week. So you're about to start the night. Watch at Freddys Fazbear's Pizzeria, where nothing is what it seems. You'll be haunted by the deadly animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Fozzie. As you flee through creepy abandoned hallways, you'll even encounter the ghosts in the machines.
Ooh, that's kind of exciting. So, while we're heading on that way, we're gonna look at some of the stuff that has been set up for Horror Nights so far. Again, it is August 2nd-ish. They're slowly starting to roll things out. The event kicks off August 28th with their premium Scream Night. It includes food, drinks, low wait times, all the fun things. So, here's a quick look at some of our first things set up here. That's really pretty with the stained glass up top there. Of course, there's signs telling folks not to climb, because of course folks will climb, it's what they do. if you don't put signage up. Here's another one of those set up right here. Try to get a little bit closer. Just a quick look here. That's really pretty. Their scenic is always amazing. The attention to detail, the weathering, it's all so pretty. And then of course they've got another one here. So they have about 3 of these set up along with their cemetery gates. That's gorgeous. All right, let's keep on moving down. Now as you come through what I like to call Minions Way at this point, because it's mostly Minion stuff, they have the exits to the gates here. We're gonna kind of step up and around, getting out of people's way. So typically, they have house entrances down this way. There's usually a couple here and a couple there. So we're gonna kind of head that way now. There's pigeons.
So over here on the left-hand side, the next house that's listed out is El Artista, a Spanish haunting. So it looks like they're gonna put that back here.
Now this is the one that was announced for Spooky Empire for those of you that maybe missed it. So typically they're gonna have the gates set up and you're gonna zigzag through way. But what is El Artista about?
In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves to an isolated country manor to seek inspiration. Instead, the art comes alive and possesses him. You're about to be part of the permanent exhibition.
Oh, so entrances are going to be here. Like I said, they usually have 5 houses in this row. So there, in the past, was an entrance by Minions. There's usually one right around here. And then they had another one around here as well last year. And then they had, no, I digress. Let me fix that. So they had one house entrance here. The other 2 are back past the the ride, Jimmy Fallon's ride.
And the 2 listed over there for this time is going to be Grave of Flesh and Terrifier. So Grave of Flesh, which we're really hoping kind of has like a Cemetery Games vibe to it, is going to be welcome to your funeral where things are about to go from bad to worse. You'll enter your grave and then the underworld where flesh eaters who feed on the dead will hunt you for an eternity.
So it sounds like for this house, you're already dead, because there's always that debate every year with Halloween Horror Nights. And which houses do you survive? Which houses do you die in? It's always a thing, right? So it sounds like for this one, you're gonna start out dead.
And it's kind of cool because, as you know, a couple years ago when they did the Poltergeist house, you actually entered in through the pool that had all of the graves there. So it's kind of cool that we're entering through our own grave into the underworld.
And also, side note, that house had the best air conditioning.
Oh yeah.
In the world. So that entrance, I believe, is going to be back here. You're going to go through like the entrance into Fallon, but you're going to go right, and then it'll take you back outside. Now, they have the walls up here. So I'm not sure how they're going to do this year, but Terrifier is the one in the back. If you don't know what Terrifier is, it is a horror film starring Art the Clown, who is a psychopathic clown that just randomly kills folks. Fun slasher movie. There's 3 of them. If you're like, what do I do to research? Go watch those. So I'm not sure how they're going to have those entrances here this year.
Yeah.
Over here where Stein & Co. is usually where the tribute store is. So hopefully they're working on that. If you're wondering, Ghostbusters years ago was also back through this way too, as well as Stranger Things and a few other houses from years past. But this year, we've got Terrifier. You're going to try your luck against Art the Clown in the Terrifier Funhouse. You'll witness his grotesque handiwork of torture and be exposed to the splatter of his victims. It's a whole new level of gore. Now,
so we did hear from somebody that's going to be working that house this year that it is a combination of all 3 houses. So they're going to be for all 3 movies. So you're going to be getting scenes from all 3 movies. So as Erica was saying, do your homework, watch them. That way, as you're going through, you go, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. But yeah, put the kids to bed because this one is pretty gory. All 3 of them are pretty gnarly. Now,
there is a rumor being spread. Don't know if it's factual or not. I haven't really seen anything personally. Maybe other folks have. And if you have, comment in the comment section. There's been some talk of there being a dry route and a wet route. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to play, if that's going to play a part here in Horror Nights. But as you can see up top, right up there, they've got some of the lighting set up, some of the rigs for Halloween Horror Nights. Now this section here is usually a scare zone. This year, I believe the rumor for this area of the park. So this whole section from pretty much New York back here, some more horror night lights, all the way back here. It's typically a scare zone.
So if you were here a few years ago, they did Vamp 85, which was really cool because it was actually themed around 1985. This time they're doing Mutations, Toxic 20s. So for this one...
Nice. So this one is set in a 1920s neighborhood. A BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a monster getaway car, setting the city into toxic pandemonium. Now, they would be really smart if they did a whole ton of black light in this area to make them radioactive, some glow sticks maybe. I'm not seeing anything as far as construction goes just yet, but that's okay.
And I don't know if you remember or not, but remember the bug house?
Yeah.
That was BuzzCon on those cans. Little Easter egg for you.
So that's another thing that if you guys are not familiar with Halloween Horror Nights and have not been or don't understand the lore, is they try to tie things in from previous years, and BuzzCon and the radioactiveness being one of them. So that's really cool. And again, not seeing anything else yet as far as decor goes on this street.
Now, if you're here for the rides while you're actually at the park, the first ride that's going to be open is going to be on your left-hand side. It is going to be Revenge of the Mummy. So Revenge of the Mummy will be open during Halloween Horror Nights, and we highly suggest riding that if you've never ridden it before. Not to mention it's nice and air-conditioned in there, so it's a nice little break from the heat if you want to get away and ride something.
And the wait times are usually low because, let's face it, everybody's here for the houses and the scare zones. Now, there are 4 rides, maybe in total, that are open, so it's going to be Mummy, Transformers, which is over here, The Escape from Gringotts and Harry Potter is open, and Men in Black, Alien Encounter is open, plus...
Oh, there is 4, and then the Death Eaters.
The Death Eaters are back this year, so those are only found in the Diagon Alley area, so keep that in mind as well. So we're going to continue on this way and see what else we can see. We really quickly ran back to Jimmy Fallon so we could get our pass holder pins. This is the Burning Blade Tavern over in Epic Universe, and you do have to have your annual pass. They will scan it and they will give you the pin. So there's a little something for you. Go ahead and screen grab that if you want to read that for the Dark Universe. We're going to head back outside into the heat.
And we are in the Tonight Show shop, or the Tonight Show shop? The Tonight Shop.
So this is pretty much the exit for Jimmy Fallon. So we kind of backtracked real quick because I totally forgot about the pins, and JD was like, yo. So it's in Jimmy Fallon. We're gonna head back. We're gonna come back this way down through New York, see if we can spot any construction and show you guys where some of the other houses are gonna be located. Now, as we come down New York here, usually they'll have some eats and treats down this way here. Keep on coming that way if you're curious. Bathroom that way. There's a couple more restaurants here. We're gonna come up and we're gonna go to the left. So that's gonna take us towards Fast and Furious. That's gonna take us to one of the shows and one of the scare zones, but there's actually another show taking place this year. We're actually getting a lagoon show this night for Halloween Horror Nights. So for those of you that aren't familiar, they do this huge show with projections. They make like the water dance and lights and all kinds of really cool things. So this whole area, well, the watered area over here is gonna be that lagoon show. So we're moving over here real quick now to check that out. All right, gang, so over here is gonna be where that lagoon show is gonna take place, and they usually have projections up here and here. Over there where Fast and Furious is, there's usually a house back there, and I believe this year the rumor for that house is gonna be the Friday the 13th house, the Jason Voorhees house. Now, the iconic horror villain, Jason Voorhees, is coming for you. Step into his terrifying world from his sinister shack in the woods to the summer camp where it all began. Now, fun fact, that film was actually filmed in New Jersey at a camp called Camp Nobibosco. They do tours, so you can actually go to that camp. You can tour the site where they filmed the movie. They will tell you all about it. They have stuff set up to kind of mimic some of the scenes in the movie. It's a really cool tour. We did it a few years ago. Highly recommend it. It's in Blairstown, New Jersey. So here is where they usually do projections. They'll do like HHN 34 since this is the year that we're coming to. We're coming up to another section where there's another scare zone, as well as there's usually like a little bar back here happening too. So we're gonna check that out, but we're gonna bring you on this way. Well, as we're walking through, they have this stuff set up for Jaws 50th still. I love paying Bruce a visit. truck action happening. Now here they've got some lights set up. This, I believe, is where they're gonna have Club Horror. So I'm assuming it's gonna be some lights and music, probably some actors in here moving and shaking and dancing.
Like a DJ stand.
They've got a stand up there, yeah, as JD pointed out, that's gonna be like a DJ stand, I'm assuming. At least it would make sense. So this is across from the exit to Fast and Furious, if you're wondering. And again, do not climb, stay off of the props. So there's some of the lighting. Rigs for you. It's a little HHN dance party. They do have some food booths open during the day. Not sure if they're gonna be open at night, but if you continue back through here and you go into that Harry Potter section, that's where you're gonna find the Death Eaters. So they just kind of come out and they roam around and they make it all dark and spooky with fog and green lighting and all kinds of cool things. So if you're a Potter fan, that's something to definitely check out. And then of course, Escape from Gringotts is gonna be open. So you will be able to ride that ride probably with the lowest wait times that you'll see, because again, most folks are here for Halloween Horror Nights. So they've got some more lighting rigs up here. In the past, back here, they've had like a little secret bar. Not sure if they're gonna do that again, maybe.
Now,
But if they do, it's back there.
and really quick fun fact, if you are broiling over here on the left where King's Cross is, even though King's Cross will be closed as far as the transport over to the other park, if you stand right in that little area, the air coming out of there is nice and cold.
It's a fantastic AC break. We do it all the time, specifically for that reason, because it gets brutally hot here during Horror Nights. It's Florida, it's still kind of summer. It's even hot throughout September and October, so make sure that you're hydrating the day before, the day after, during the event. Alcohol does not count as hydrating. I know some of you guys think that it does, but no, it does not. Get some electrolytes in you, some Gatorades, and all those good things. So we're just kind of cutting through here because we're gonna go back to where the second show is gonna be, as well as one of the houses. So we're just gonna walk past the statue and all the way back down there where the construction walls are. Some more lights. All right, so there's a bridge over here if you want to do a quick cut across and skip all the traffic that's going to be this way due to Nightmare Fuel is coming back again. I'm going to be honest, I like their shows. I think everybody does a phenomenal job. They're all extremely talented, but it's always like an S&M fire show, which is fine. We usually do it once, and that's usually about it for us.
It's a nice break.
It's a great break to sit down and chill out, but you are packed in like sitting. So if you're sweating together. So just kind of be aware of that. But if it's a show that you haven't seen, definitely go and see it. Just be aware, it's very sexy. It's very S&M, lots of fire, lots of really cool things happening.
So the theme this year is Nightmare Fuel Circus of Decay. The once vibrant circus has festered into an unending nightmare. It's a sinister spectacle of pyro, aerialists, and illusions.
Ooh, maybe you get some magics this year.
So it'll be really cool. And yeah, like Erica was saying, we always check it out every year. The Nightmare Fuel team has been out here for at least the last, 3 or 4 years, but they always put on a great show.
Maybe more.
And it's just a nice place that you can actually stop and sit down, and you can bring your drink with you. So kind of sit down, take a break, reset, get ready for the rest of the night. Also, keep in mind what times these start and end, because once they end, this area will get extremely packed. Also, when this starts, sometimes the houses around here may get a little bit shorter, so watch those house times.
So there's usually in the past, there's been a house entrance here. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a thing this year or not. I'm assuming it is, because they've got the little stands up.
Yeah, looks like there's 2 houses.
Because they did last year. They had 2 house entrances back here. Now this is back by Vacation Information, which of course is over by Men in Black here. So here there were 2 a couple of years ago. It was great because you didn't have to walk all the way down there and then walk all the way back. So the houses that are back here this year.
First one listed is Fallout. Nice. Everybody's favorite. Face your fears in post-apocalyptic LA, escape from the vaults to the wasteland, and confront the formidable bounty hunter, the Ghoul.
Now this one is actually based on the TV show and not the video game. So be warned, for those of you that love the video games, it's based on the show, which again, phenomenal. If you have not seen the show, binge it. It's a series, it's fantastic. The next one they have is Galkan Monsters of the North. In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the fjords to wreak havoc on the townspeople. Try to escape the belly of the beast. So 2 entrances are gonna be back this way, and hopefully again, they'll do it to where you just go back, you enter in the houses, you don't have to make the long walk back. Again, they did that last year. It was fantastic. It saved my legs. They had a porta potty back there so you could use the restroom. They had some drink stands back there so you could get drinks if need be, but of course you can always grab a drink and wander on down. They don't like you to bring drinks in the houses. If you have one of their refillable cups, you can, but if you have like an alcoholic beverage, you gotta slam it beforehand. So, heading back by Men in Black. As we're walking by here, by the Coca-Cola machine, there are some restrooms. Best AC in the park right there, Black Gear Shop. There's usually a house or 2 or 3 back in here that you can go in.
Looks like there's gonna be 2 houses back here.
So which ones are gonna be back here this year?
So the first one is Dolls Let's Play Dead.
Tell us about that one.
You're about to become doll-sized and witness the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl. You'll be haunted by burnt fashion dolls, toys she's melded together, and undead horrors in her dollhouse.
That sounds kind of fun. So hopefully everything will be super big in there, especially if you've been shrunk to doll size. So I'm really excited to see what the scenic department does for that one. Now the next house back here.
Oh, you're gonna love this one.
What is it?
So, Slaughter Cinema 2 happened recently, and when it did, there was quite a few different themes in there. And this time, we're getting
Hatchet and Chains, Demon the Bounty Hunter. Now, Hatchet and Chains was one of these stories that was actually part of Slaughter Cinema 2. So sometimes they'll do that. They'll take a section of the house and they'll turn it into a whole thing. Now, Hatchet and Chains was really cool. So just the story behind this one is, in his old west town, all hell is breaking loose. Red hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. Your only hope is Hatchet and Chains with their mystical weapons. Now, I will say this. I was hoping for a mummy stripper house. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Mummy Strippers was probably one of my favorite. I mean, all the sections in that house were amazing for Slaughter Cinema 2 last year. And again, you know, if you did not make it last year to Halloween Horror Nights to see and experience that house, they've kind of taken Hatchet and Chains and given it its own life. So you don't really need to know much about it before going into it. Just read the house descriptions. It'll help you out a lot.
Yeah, we were actually just given one scene of it for the Slaughter Cinema 2. So this is a whole house concept, which is really great because it's kind of like they're taking B movies and actually fleshing them out into full houses. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And that's a really cool idea. I love that they do that. Their original houses are oftentimes some of our favorite houses because with the movie houses, you kind of know what you're getting into. You know what's going to happen. They're a little predictable. So with their, you know, original houses, they're definitely, you don't know what's coming. Also, Coke right here for freestyle. Water is free, so you can bring your own cup to refill water all day. We do that as well as during the evening. And then of course, pro tip, if you're coming to the park and you get a refillable cup and you charge it for the day, it is good for the day and for Horror Nights if you're here that same night. So that will save you a little bit of money. Don't always drink just water. Make sure that you get your Gatorade and some electrolytes into you as well. We're gonna walk back through here, back through Simpsons, and continue our journey through the park. Coming through Krusty Land and Universal here. Typically, this ride is not open because in the past they've had that as like an entrance to one of the houses. I haven't seen that rumored as being a thing this year, so not sure. Again, we're going based off of a speculation map provided by Horror Night Nightmares, so it's some of it could be accurate, some of it could not be. Just kind of giving you guys our thoughts on it as we wander through the theme park as well. So we're gonna get through Simpsons, and we're gonna make it to our next couple of scare zones. Now coming through Simpsons, we're gonna sneak through here, and then we're gonna kind of double back. So the Lagoon Show, you can pretty much see it from most sides of the park. Back behind the train. So it's gonna be here. They usually have things projected along the building, which is quite nice. We're not going all the way back. Oh, you're good, you're good.
So this is gonna be Hauntophonic, A Ghoulish Journey. It's a ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios Lagoon, featuring towering water screams and eerie music.
Oh, okay, quick and easy.
But it's kind of nice because again, it gives a break from the lines, it gets people into a different area, and it's something to watch.
Or if you're like us, you watch it once and then you just keep on moving along the houses. So every time the show goes on, the lines get shorter and shorter, theoretically. Don't quote me on that, not 100%, but I see pumpkins back in the trees, and it's about time because we have missed those very much. So, coming back out here, Simpsons is that way. And this way, we're heading towards another scare zone, which is the cat, what is it? The cat lady
of Crooked Lane.
Crooked Lane. Now, this right here is the cat lady's house. So we're gonna kind of walk through here. It's very peoply at the park today, as we expected, because it's summer and everybody's on the vacation. So this is the house for the cat lady of the Crooked Lane. That looks great. This is gorgeous. Cool. I'm a fan. Take a quick picture. So then they've got some stuff set up along here to go into the scare zone, and they've got a giant ball of yarn up top. So the story is the cat lady of Crooked Lane is a witch, and she takes children and she turns them into cats, which, I mean, I'm here for it. Anytime you can torture kids, makes my heart happy. And here's another look. They've got the little ticklers for the cats to play with. They have the ball there. Oh, it's like a little walkthrough too.
Yeah.
Some more yarn. This is kind of cool. Some lighting. Look at that. This is really cute. I love that they have the cat toys randomly.
Did you see this one?
All over the place. Is that it? Is this cat scratch pad? Oh my God, that's adorable. This is super cute. I love that. So back there is Poe and all the fun things. There's some signage up, it looks like. Maybe, possibly. Don't know what this is. Let's take a quick peep. Nope, it is a photo op stop. Right there for Bad Guys 2. We're not going back that far. Of course, E.T., DreamWorks, all the fun things are back there. In the past, they've had house entrances there. I don't think that's gonna be happening this year from the looks of things, but that's okay. So again, this is the Crooked Lady's house. It's really awesome looking. I like it. I'm a fan.
Pins are back.
The cat lady of Crooked Lane is not done yet. She continues on through East Green. And again, the pumpkins are back in the trees, guys. Makes my heart so happy. They've got decor up. Now this is probably the most decked out scare zone that we've come across so far. They've got a little thing here. Deep in a forest on Halloween night, the trick-or-treaters follow the moonlight. The naughty children that dare to explore the old Crooked Lane along the forest floor. Cat eyes and pumpkins line the dim trail to the cat lady's house, so withered and frail.
So for this one, it's travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful or you'll be next.
Dun dun dun. I wonder if Little Boo's here. It's gotta be, right?
I don't know, but kind of looking at it as far as the flow goes, when you enter in, if you're entering from the other side of the park towards the entrance and you come down, then it would make sense that when you get to the end of the trail, you end up at the cat lady's house.
Yep, and we're kind of going in backwards today, so
It's
this is early. We're always backwards. They've got all kinds of pumpkins. They've got spooky Halloween decor strewn about, and if you look really closely, there might be some things from last year. So as you go through, the story unfolds. So the cat lady of Crooked Lane stands on her stoop, stirring her cauldron of special soup. She's not a witch, the children all say, as she pets her cats of orange, black, and gray. She lifts her ladle and offers a taste. They drink it all down, not a drop goes to waste. I'm loving the story that they're putting together here as you're going through the house. Now this is on both sides, so if you're worried
happy the pumpkins are back.
Which way you're coming in, if you're gonna miss the story, it goes as you continue to walk through all the way down. So those are on each side. Pumpkins and trees make me so happy. They haven't had pumpkins and trees in a couple of years now, and it's so nice to see them back. So when you start off, here you go. The potion sets in, turning hands into claws, and long filling teeth protrude from their jaws. The children all scream as they become beast, and now hunt their friends to add to the feast. The moral of the story, and it should be plain, never trust the cat lady of old Crooked Lane.
And there's a fun little Easter egg in here. If you're looking around back there, there's actually a turtle shell from the swamp from last year that was here.
There were also masks strewn about from Slaughter Cinema 2. So again, keep an eye out for those little nods from previous years here at Universal. Universal Creative likes to throw those in. It makes my heart so happy when they do that because again, they like to tie the years in. The icons tend to tie things together. Now there has not been an official icon announced this year, and that's okay. Not every year gets an icon. They usually do it for special years. Would I really like to see Oddfellow and Jack go head to head one year? You bet your bottom I do. That would be amazing. So over here, they usually have specialty cocktails and drinks. Machine here. And then when you go to walk through, you're gonna have in here, and it's 9 Crooked Lane. And you're walking through the entrance to walk through the scare zone.
Okay.
So we're walking by Mel's Drive-In.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wish the Mel's Drive-In would have been back on a black shirt again.
Some car hubs out here wandering through, which is really cool. I'm glad that they're doing something a little more with Mel's Dine-In. They've got some merch out and that kind of thing. So it's typically in the 5 and Dime and in the Halloween Boutique. This is another scare zone we're getting ready to pop through. Whew. It's a hot day, guys.
We did it. We made it all the way around the park.
All right, what scare zone is this? Because this looks really cool.
This will be the last scare go. This is the
Vampire Masquerade, I think. That looks really cool. So
this will be Masquerade. Yes.
Ooh.
You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey.
And it's really pretty. Like, I feel like this zone is always, this one and then the one back through the garden area are always like the prettier of the two. Like, look how gorgeous this is. Can we just talk about this? This is beautiful. So they have the cups up there.
Oh, I hope that's a blood fountain.
They've got a little gargoyle by there. That does need to be a blood fountain per JD. Merch is in the 5 and Dime, but we're running out of time because we're actually going to the movies after this. So we're gonna wrap this up here, taking you through all the zones and where we think the house locations are gonna be. And again, this is meant to be more of a guide, not necessarily a Bible for you guys coming here for Horror Nights, but I hope it helps.
All of the house descriptions are accurate. All of the scare zone descriptions are accurate. Placement may vary depending on the official announcement, but we've given you a little taste of everything that you'll be able to expect while you're here. Just make sure you hydrate the day before, while you're here, and after. Prepare for rain because you never know when it's going to rain, and most of all, just have fun. Have a blast.
Also, if you're coming opening weekend, bring a poncho and an umbrella because historically it is rained at Horror Nights.
Bring some dry socks.
So bring dry socks or bring like some Crocs or something like that. So this takes us through the Masquerade, the Vampiric Scare Zone here as we're heading out of Universal Studios. The Wicked store is still there, so you can still go in through, look at the costuming, all the loveliness of things. During the daytime, of course, assuming that's gonna be closed during Horror Nights. So as JD was saying, the house descriptions, the locations for the scare zones are all accurate. It's the house locations that may change slightly depending on when the official Halloween Horror Nights map is released. That has not been released yet, so we're still waiting on that. The only thing that we've seen is speculation so far.
Make sure you bring some really comfy shoes too, because if it's been like the last few years, the entrance is nowhere near the actual entrance, so you'll get into the line and then you're gonna walk a little bit to get back to that sound stage.
Yeah, so like I said, if you can, show up after the park has been opened.
Unless you're doing Stay and Scream.
A lot of people like Stay and Scream, which means it's a separate ticket. If you don't have a regular daytime ticket or an annual pass, you get into the park early, you get a wristband. They will put you in lines for certain houses, not all of them. Some of them will open a little early. So you can find all that information on the official Universal Studios website. So make sure that you check that out. We've done Stay and Scream in the past. It's a great benefit, only if you're coming for an evening. You know, if you've got express or multi-night ticket, you don't really have to worry about it so much because you will be able to hit everything that you want to do.
We'll give you a little pro tip though. If you are doing the express pass, if you do the Stay and Scream, do not use your express pass for the Stay and Scream line.
No.
Use it for later on in the night when that line is now 2 hours long and you don't want to have to wait. So check your times. Anything under 30 minutes, don't use your express pass. Get in that line, knock it out. And then later in the night when those lines are a little bit longer, flash that pass and get right in.
Yep, and then just so we're clear, for the most part, unless you're doing like the ultimate, right? The express pass is good for one house. Like, not one house, sorry. One time per house. So if you want to do the Wyatt family or you want to do Terrifier, let's say you get in line for Terrifier, the line's 20 minutes, you pop in line, don't use your express. Go through it. Wait till later in the evening, maybe the park gets a little busier, you want to do it again. Then, as JD said, use your express pass and take advantage of that because that's where that bad boy is gonna come in key. Don't use express if it's under 30 minutes. It's a waste because you can always go back and do it again.
Ooh, a little warm.
It's hot, as you see by my face being all red, but that's going to do it for our trip out here to Universal Studios and our quick look at some of the construction for Halloween Horror Nights. They're going to continue to build until the event opens on August 29th, 28th for Premium Scream Night.
Yes.
But thank you guys for watching. Comment down below, tell us which house you're looking forward to the most. And until next time, keep it spooky. Bye.